know what stimulates you and what doesn't, so that they could entice you. Right? When you go fishing, a fish eat worm. They don't eat freaking pizza. So you're gonna put what the worm wants on the hook to stimulate them to do as you want, to bite onto the hook. Dogs, when you train dogs, you have a treat for them to do a trick. So yes, you can stimulate their buying. That's why you have Black Friday. That's why you have wicked ass Christmas. All right, and that's why the men of GMS, starting with the elders on down, the elders apostles who rule well, have the truth. No one else has the truth.
The reason why we know this is a lie, because the U.S. savings rate is at record low. So if people are hoarding their money, why is the U.S. savings rate at record lows? Does this make sense? No, it doesn't. They said this to make everyone believe that this is the reason why this was happening. Now we see the velocity money, it hit bottom, and most likely we're going to see this thing take off, and we're going to see inflation. And we can see that everything is starting to break down right now. We see that the stock market came down around 1,000 points today. This is a stock market war. And what we need to look at is gold and the cryptos, because if this is truly the crash, which I don't think it is just yet, I think we're going to see this play out for a little while here. We're going to see people rush into gold.
Yeah, and that's one thing he is right on. Is this is let me see. Sure. Oh, here it is. Go ahead. It says here, it is going to be played out, because you got, when this economy crash, you're going to go into different levels, and then of like poverty, of famine, of pestilence, of the RFID chip, okay? So it says, Genesis 47 verse 13, and there was no bread in all the land, for the famine was very sore, so that the land of Egypt and all the land of Canaan fainted by reason of famine. And Joseph gathered up all the money that was found in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan for the corn which they bought. And Joseph brought the money into Pharaoh's house. And when money failed in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan, all the Egyptians came unto Joseph and said, Give us bread, for why should we die in thy presence? For the money faileth. All right. So that's the one level. That's the first level. When this economy crashed, they're gonna go to the banks. Hey, what do I buy food with? What do I buy clothes with? What do I fill my car? How do I pay for the gas for my car? So you're gonna go to the government pleading. All right. So there is gonna be different levels. This is gonna be a played out thing. It's not just gonna happen pretty much overnight. It's gonna seem overnight, but what the crash is taking many days. It's like a birth. You know, a woman could go into labor days out before she actually gives the birth. And verse 16, and Joseph said, Give your cattle, and I will give you for your cattle if money fail. So he said, give me your animals. That's what they're going to do here. Give me something in trade. They'll say, give me your cars. All right? Some, they're going to tell you barter. Because you even have to barter with the government. You got to give yourself over to get the benefits of what the government offers. Verse 17. And they brought their cattle unto Joseph, and Joseph gave them bread in exchange for horses, and for the flocks, and for the cattle of the herds, and for the asses, and he fed them with bread for all their cattle for that year. Okay? I'm going to jump down to verse 19. And it says, wherefore shall we die before thine eyes, both we and our land? Well, I'll just read the 18, read it right through. Shalakim. Verse 18. When that year was ended, so he gave him enough food for a year, they came unto him the second year and said unto him, we will not hide it from my master, my lord, how that our money is spent. My lord also hath our herds of cattle. There is not aught left in the sight of my lord, but our bodies and our lands. And that's how you're going to come to this government. You're going to say, I ain't got nothing, no money. I ain't got no property, because honestly the government owns everything. That's why you got to pay taxes. You might think you own something, but you don't own nothing. That's why you also got loans on your house. You got to make a payment every month. This is what's coming right here. That's what's coming. The RFID chip. That's the next level too. Because once the American dollar crashes, that chip is out. And this is just giving you an example of how that takes place since ancient Egypt. And then it says, this is 18 halfway down. There is not aught left, pretty much nothing left in the sight of my Lord, but our bodies and our lands. Wherefore shall we die before thine eyes, both we and our land? Buy us and our land for bread, and we and our land will be servants unto Pharaoh. And give us seed, that we may live and not die, that the land be not desolate. And Joseph brought all the land of Egypt for Pharaoh, and Joseph bought all the land of Egypt for Pharaoh. For the Egyptians sold every man his field, because the famine prevailed over them, so the land became Pharaoh's. All right? So there, it's going to be played out because there's different levels. There's going, once the dollar crashes, people are going to go into panic. They're going to give out like little benefits here. You're going to see Red Cross set up. You're going to see FEMA set up. You're going to see all these different scenarios play out, especially if they do a false flag attack, a terrorist attack.